welcome to another stream. This is your host, Omar, and this is a same day continuation of some more bug squashing, really. Just getting it to the V1. Today I'm going to be mostly focusing on nested filter conditions and drag and drop for filtering. It's going to get really exciting. This is a really hard problem. We're going to be solving a lot of exploring a lot of recursive algorithms, and we're going to be looking into dragging and dropping that. So why don't I show you what that looks like. So here is our current filtering implementation. We can add multiple here, but we need to start being able to support. Oh, this is actually incorrect. We're also going to be solving a lot of bugs, like you just saw. This one is not technically correct, so let's just take a look at that. That will be in the command bar. And let me just fix that first. So, in the filters. Yeah, so okay, so we need to do I don't think this is fair. I think you just say if the child.id, then you add it. Not id child.field. Very cool. So yeah, that was a gnarly little bug. Today we're drinking. Big fan of Dirty Chai's, Madman Espresso, New York City. Okay, so where were we? That was just a simple bug. I honestly do not check commit messages anymore. It's kind of useless. It's a waste of time. So let me take a step back. So what are we solving today? We're going to work on nested filtering conditions. This is going to be interesting. The main experience is essentially this looks like something like this. If I were to say where user.name is equal to Omar and user dot lives, and then you say, let's say NYC, or user dot lives in, let's say, Seattle. Both are cities I've lived in the past. So you would want to model that as the following, right? So you would have a where and then you would open an expression there. Now, in order for us to do that, we need a couple of things. First off, we'll need a button here that adds that nested expression. So we'll do that. Let's start with that part. Start with adding that nested. So that will be in the filter pane. And that will look like this. Pane button. That is useful. But I'm gonna forget about this one for now. Label is gonna be what do they call it? So we have an Airtable that we model a lot of the stuff based off of. No shame here. So yeah, what do we call this? Condition group. So this is gonna be slightly different. So let's take, first of all, let's get the right icon. So curly braces. Let's do brackets. And I think the curlies are a lot better. Let's try the Lou braces. They look good. They are a little thick for my liking. So let me see if BS maybe would be better. PI is pretty fresh too, and this one's pretty fresh actually. This one's really fresh. So we're gonna do that one. Cursor is just, their autocomplete is bar to none. It's just so wide. Why is it so wide? Why is it not skinnier? Cool. So in this case, So here it's interesting because so yeah, in this case, um, and this is to the parent. It is complicated, so logical.empty is going to be like this. I think you want a logical, you want to append with a placeholder, right? Perfect. The problem that you're missing is that you're still, this is exactly right. We're doing very well. So you need the and. Didn't realize that, you actually have to specify that the BG is white. And this is exactly right though. So we need this, the and we need the where. So this is correct. So when we call the filter group, now what we need to pass is the parent, which will be a logical node. So for this one, it's going to be the same exact logic. You're also going to need the index. So hold on. And then we need the index. We'll see if this is correct. Oh, this is right. The only thing is you just need to make sure that this is flex of 1. And obviously need to make sure that this is a rounded. And logical operator. So we already have this stuff with this 45 pixels. X is 2. Yeah, I would go with the gray. on, if we expand this a bit, it's going to align nicely. There is an orientation where it's like not perfect. But it should. And then we need a way so either we need another plus button, inside here. It could be inside the box. Or we could always have within the values a way to add plus. I think it's gonna get too much. So I would rather just keep it at just those two. Especially because I'm gonna want to have a way where the values could actually be either another pop-up, expansion. Still thinking through that. So the other thing too is like you should be able to drag this itself. So and you should be able to delete it and drag it. So it's very interesting. Whoa. Yeah, so hold on. That was not correct. So if something is wrong with the remove, we'll fix it. Something is definitely wrong with the remove. Let's see. So country, Egypt. Add another one. Hmm. All right, so let's we'll solve that extra bit. And I do think that we should say that the minimum width 600. Let me check something. No, this is fine. Yeah, why is this like that? So then let me remove this box and let's try to understand this one first. So this one is 45 pixels. And then this guy, 685 for some reason. Flex's one. Yeah, I think you might want to add a constraint around this one, that the minimum width. But let's see, I honestly don't understand what's taking up. So this one is set correctly to 600. Is this? So this one is 45. There's something extending here, I don't know what it is. What if you just make this flex? So this one is fine. This guy, for whatever reason, is extending beyond. Let's take a look if we add Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look really good. And we want to add all the following are true. And I need two buttons here where one is the regular plus for the condition and a condition group as well as a drag. Yeah, there's like 4 buttons. So let's see. So inside here, so the first thing is I need to add is hello. Let's just see where that comes. Okay. Class name, text is small. And you're gonna say, oh, and I think you might want to do PX's POI is 2. I'm liking this new music a lot more. Alright, so fire. Class name. Justify between. Yeah. Okay. 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 I'm gonna add now 2 buttons. So this is gonna be a div. How do they manage to do nested conditions? Oh, it's the same, it just has a box inside of it. That gets really crazy. That gets really crazy. Yeah, I don't want to invest too much into this, but it's not going to be that big of a lift to get this fully complete. Should be pretty simple. Okay, let's add our button group. last name, and then there's going to be an ad. Then we need this one, and then we need a button with the BS curly. What did we use? EI. Last one. No, I just need the drag. Sure, rounded MD, my guy, but like, I think, yeah, let me get PS1. Bad nervous stick. So I want to add the same. They look good. I think the only thing is this statement. It's gonna get really ugly, so And then we need the same thing, so we're gonna have a class called remove. Okay, so this is the same. I alternate between CSS was poorly designed with CSS was amazing. For the stuff that actually cascades, it's pretty brilliant. Might have not saved it. Maybe 100 is too much. Maybe I need to stick with the 50s. I think so. Okay, doing very well. So starting to look very good. Now we need to wire all that stuff up. Obviously the logic needs to be good, but first the implementation needs to, but first we need to have the data first, and then, have the UI and the wiring. So yeah, that's actually not true. It's not. This is dependent on this, not on this. Yeah, so it's not on the parent, it's on the... So this should be the logical node, not necessarily a parent. I hate that I have to refactor this thing twice. It's okay. And then here. Logical. So yeah, it's interesting because I think that the state is definitely not working correctly. So, but I think you have your intentions right. So what happens if we don't have? I guess yeah, by default is. Oh, we have a gap here. Let's make this gap 1. Doing very well. Straight back always. Okay. Yeah. Tricky because it just responds to the to whatever's in the descendant tree, so that's why. And technically it is correct. Technically it is correct. But it's not going to be it's the same as if we try to do the dragging. No. I don't think we want necessarily a color for these guys. I really hope this music is not copyrighted because it's fire. Okay, we just need to add these and fix that. So how do we fix that coloring? We do need the index. So I think now this is fine. Yeah. It's gonna be super, super, super tricky. It's insane. But I'll take this UI, UX over writing the I think some complex SQL queries are really hard to write, so. AI is very good at writing them, so I can imagine a world where you can have here, even at the top, where you can toggle between writing it manually and using AI to generate the query. Because you can imagine a cursor experience where it generates the code and it applies the filters and you approve or disapprove, you know? Like that could be an experience where could also be seamless, like seamlessly embedded. We'll have to think about that, but that's definitely some of the stuff that I'm personally excited about. Whether it's, or both, right? Or both. We definitely don't want to allow too many options. The base is the UI. You know, we need a good UI for this stuff to look good. The second level will be how can we infer what the user wants from language. So, because some of these things as well are like you're grouping. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I do think you can do grouping via SQL. Or definitely, you can definitely do group by. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to group and retain the rows, that's what I personally find pretty hard to do. Okay. Let's see. So, are these rounded enough? No, these are not rounded at all. Let's see how much rounding we've given in the past. Just rounded. Oh my god. Rounded. Perfect. Looks all better. Amazing. I think at least a 200. Those are small inconsistencies. Okay, so let's see if we can get that to work. So on click, this is crazy. It's actually correct. How can you remove yourself? Parent. Oh my god, no, just pass this here. So if it's the first run, let's just picture. So you have, in your first run, you have something that looks like this. You have your children is equal user dot name is equal to Omar, and then you have another object that has its children, and it has an OR operator is and operator is OR, and you have two children. And both of these is equal to NYC or set. Okay. So what we're saying is the way it works is you meet your filter. If it's a condition, you do that, and then now depth is still 0. We just started. Oh, I guess no. Depth will be 1. No, something is wrong. We should use some AI ML to fix this. So in the filter group headers, you have the parent, you have the logical node, which is really just the node. So this is really the group. Right, and then here, this is the group. Okay. Group. And then the parent. I think this now is starting to make sense. Yeah, no, this is what I mean, yeah. And you'll need to factor in, I think, when you're creating that class, it will need to factor in the index. You almost need like a little group ID. But yeah, let's first do the gapping. So the reason this works here is because space-wise 2, so anywhere, so in our filter group, you are rendering yeah, remove my PB2. The X is so funny. This part is weird, where this should not change this, like, why is this changing this one, right? So something is weird in the conditions that we're passing, so it's nice that these are all aligned. It's actually pretty neat. It's giving cohesion. Okay, so we'll fix that. So let's just outline the bugs here. So, in terms of the nested filter, so let's just outline this. This is specifically for the nested filter conditions. The first bug that we have is the class hovering issue. And then the other thing is the logical operator toggle issue. So let's start with this one, because this should not happen. So there any bugs in this implementation? Okay. So yeah, and so you're passing the parent. This is so hard to debug. I told you from the beginning of this session that debugging recursive code is just painful. I will say this looks really good. Like the fact that you can do this is just because now you have like control over the projection expression. You have control over the filtering. You have control over the sorting. Like, what else do you need? So the other thing that would be amazing to do is joining data. And I think joining data will be in its own thing. Probably not a pop-up, probably another sidebar situation, because joining data is really complicated. Okay, so how are we going to debug this? If we add another one and yeah, see, this is just bonkers. This should be or. It's crazy. These are fine. I know it's a little crazy. Something is wrong in the something is wrong in the parent being passed. So the group node is a logical node, which is, yeah, in this node. Mm. So, okay. So how are we gonna debug this? I think we need to do some printing. So let's do that. Let's take a look first of all here. Wow. So it's the still consistent operator. We have a condition, and then we have a logical, and this has a child. This is all correct. So now, let me just add one more, and then let me just assign a couple of things. So dash parent data dash ID. And then let me take a look at the following. Yeah, I think this is not gonna work. Do it inside of it. And really this should be the parent. Okay. So let's go back to our console. Let me see if you can we copy this into a code? Nope. Fuck me. Is there no way to copy? I'm gonna search this. Console, Chrome, console, copy. What the hell? Let's see. You can't. Type. That's fine. I'll just there we go. Okay, so let's keep this side by side. This is how I would debug this. So let's see. Could actually even detach this. So I have it next to me. I don't know if you can hide this, but I don't really need it at all. Okay, so the first thing, it starts from here. This is the first one. The parent is this, and the first one is this. Amazing. Okay, so then we got our where. Makes sense. Then we get this guy, which is a filter group, correct? We're gonna get an and with no, we all need to add some more data here. Let's do that. So we can see, so on the condition group, okay, so again, oh, so this is interesting. So this is where potentially the bug is. So going back here, so we have, from the very top, we have data.parent 6c. Okay, this is all correct. And then this is the second one, the logical condition. That's correct. Then within here, hold on. Oh, wait a second. So in this case, this is the parent, and this is the logical expression. And then what is this and? So this is the filter group. No, these are all correct. This is all being passed correctly. The end is of the parent. Let me make sure that this is being passed correctly, because that could be it. Which seems like the most straightforward thing to pass. Okay, so here we're passing the node, which is for the group. And then let me take a look at the implementation of this logical operator. No, that seems correct. And that is the beautiful thing about being able to manipulate it like that. We could also add a console.log here. Okay, yeah, here you're passing the parent. But here you're passing the group as opposed to the parent. Why wouldn't you pass the parent? Because this node, the parent is this. This is the parent. You're passing this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do some logging on the So then why does the other one update? For whatever reason, when I update this thing here, when I go back up, do you know why? So if I go back up, okay, let me see something. So let's assume we have this. Oh yeah, where is the first one? Ah, I see. No, this is incorrect. Why are we passing this one here? For that and is within the filter group. And is within the filter group. It should be of the parent. Because that is not the and, that's, yep, this is the parents. Let's see now. Nice. Oh my god, I told you this was gonna be impossible to debug. So good. So hard, but so good. I'm not sure if it would have caught it. I should have tried, because I did spend like 30-45 minutes on it. But we caught it, so that's the first bug. So let me go back here. Ah, there, that is another issue. Remove node implementation. So let's take a look. And I want to see where it's used. So it's just used here. This one makes sense where but here's my thing is like you can't do condition.remove because you need the parent. Yeah, what if you just pass the parent and you say parent.remove this? That should work. Yeah, this is also gnarly. That's why it's almost nicer to do it from all the way to the top. I think when you append, you could just add on to that, you know? It's not a bad idea. Because yeah, this is definitely not gonna work. Let's see if this now works, and then there's another one here. Yeah, this is what I want to prevent, is in the filter group. can add this here as a way to debug, just like my code to be super neat. You can even do it here, right? You could just say if node dot is empty, so now it's working pretty well. I would assume there's just this bug here. Did I not catch this? So where is this happening? Yeah, this is what I would want to prevent, because so when you go to remove it's almost like a linked list, right? So you need so you have the children here at the logical node level. Because this doesn't happen when we do this, it's not a problem. The problem becomes when you create a group and you delete it like such. Also, I'm not sure why this ends up getting sent. Should not happen. So it's not, you don't need the parent, you need the parent's parent. And in that case, you might not even need So now we would basically want to say I actually want the oh, true. From JSON. So let's take a look. So this is going to be fine because basically imagine the scenario, you're going to go in and you have a so then you just go in and remove it. Which literally means it's like another call self with this.id. This is not even necessarily correct. Oh, no, this is correct. Yep. So did we even need? I don't think you need this necessarily. No, I don't think you need this at all. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, when you go in, you're triggering the parent. And basically, if there is no parent, then it's just not going to do anything. If the parent is null. Because the reason is you need a pointer to the parent to be able to clean this up. So you don't leave these abandoned groups. So let's see if that fixed it. I actually think that now you can just do you don't need to pass in unless when you come to create it, when you append, have you seen any use case for this to append with a specific node? I would remove it. I think that's all you need. The only thing is I will just pass this, like I said, and then so let's see. Yeah, let's clean up the state. DB preview. Let's take a look. Doesn't re-render, that's fine. And then if I just remove this, perfect. Okay. This is the other thing is, are we ever I'm not too sure about this, if this implementation is correct. But I'm gonna keep it for now. It's not harming anyone. Okay. I think that one is fixed. So this should just should have 2 levels of nesting. Okay. Just the redness actually apparently is very important. Okay. That is interesting that you don't get a that's okay. Not the end of the world. Because all we could do is I could just on the okay, so in terms of the class hovering issue, so this is gonna be interesting. Let's see if AI can do this. This one works beautifully. It's just the grouping one doesn't. And the reason this one works is because it hits. I'm not sure why. Let's see with cursor. What is the issue when the filter group is nested? It highlights every single group when it should just highlight a single, the closest one to it. This is only a problem for the filter group, but we are using a similar logic at the row level, which does not suffer from the same issue. Let's see. Nope. One solution I was thinking was to use the data-parent data-id to help control this behavior. Or custom construct these classes. Is there let's see. No. One thing I'm thinking is no. So this is what I was thinking, and even though it's ugly, they're direct descendants. I wonder if that is the issue. Yeah, let me see. Problem is that has works on direct descendants. As such, I don't know about why it's working when you just do this. Like, this works pretty well. If I were to add nice. Yeah, I think there's a way to structure it as such where, hey, at the very least, I think this one is problematic. Alright, I need to, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I realize when if I leave, the music stops. But okay, so this actually started to make more sense. So okay, so the reason this works is, yeah, it hits the one at the top. So let's take a look at how this would be implemented. Just some CSS magic. I am actually not good at CSS. So let's see. Let's just give it one shot. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Let's try it again. So, right, because again, so I've hovered over this, and the reason this one also gets hovered. No, that should get hovered. The problem is that the Uber one that is here that contains this, it's so hard to wrap your head around recursive logic, but the Uber one that contains all of them, the entire group, is also getting triggered. So it's almost like you need the depth to be passed in here. Let's try that, because maybe the depth would just fix it. And then here, and then here, and then you need to pass it from here. No? And why is that? Remove group 2. طب وشمعنى لما بغير اسم البتاع اللي drag group 2 it doesn't work. Oh, I think dynamic. I think I see the problem. So I think this generates some code in. I see the problem. That's why this works. Tailwind needs to compile some stuff. Can you write this? Can you write dynamic has selectors? Not here, actually. Dynamic has selectors using the style prop. Can't do that. Let's see, ChatGPT looking like a question mark. Got it. No, I don't want to use states. Can I implement it using Tailwind classes? Where only the given group very similar logic to the one already written. No. No. So, okay. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty bad. So this is good. This is good if I add this one and I add another one. Try to X, that's not good. This is fine. This is fine. As long as it's in the top, it's fine. The problem is when it's solving for the child, so the reason الparent the parent in this case is this guy, and it detects that there is a child in the tree that has that drag thing, that remove group. I'm also curious about this. If we do yeah, it's also a problem, but yeah. So you essentially want but like why? Maybe you're overthinking this. So yeah, I think you're overthinking this. This is a lot simpler. So can you do has one level deep? Let me see. I have a deeply nested grouping structure that looks like this. With more nested divs of the same. I only want the of the direct to change when the hovered child is one level deep only. What about this? The other thing that I want to come back and fix this, by the way, so in the sorting pane, yeah, this is gonna be a lot trickier than I expected. This is correct. This is not correct. This is correct. This is not correct. This is correct. And it gets worse when I add like further levels, right? So it's gonna be fine here, but it's not gonna be fine here. So I have to think about how we can apply this. I'm gonna stop now. It's obviously got really hard, and we'll resume this later, but this was really cool. Thank you for watching, and keep shipping.